This is Daniel here from the Fire Grind, and today we're doing a review on my YouTube channel and how much income I made for the month of July. So you can see here on the right side, it said my revenue for the past 28 days was $600.38. And today as of recording, I think it's August 8th right now. So this isn't my revenue for the month of July, but you can see in the past 28 days, this is how much I've made. And it's up by 20% over the previous 28 days. So you can see my channel is about growing 20% month over month, which is, better than any stock that you can find out there, unless you're investing in like a penny stock, or maybe Tesla stock is growing 20% month over month, but it's not sustainable like that. So if you're interested in starting your own YouTube channel and seeing your time investment grow by 20% month over month, then YouTube is the way to go. You can see my views are growing by 3%, and my watch time is growing by 8%, and I've gained about 1,000 subscribers in the past 28 days. So thank you for all of you who have subscribed to my channel. It means the world to me, and I never thought I'd get this far. When I started this YouTube journey, I thought I would get 1,000 subscribers in 1 year, but having 4,600 after 6 months has just blown my mind. So thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed, and I hope that I can continue to provide value to you guys over the years. So now let's jump over into my analytics so you can see how much I made in the month of July. Before we do that, let's go back to June to recap. So you can see in the month of June, I released a ton of videos. I looked at my videos and just counted how many videos I released in June. I released around 15 actual videos, and I'll explain why I consider these actual videos. So my actual videos are more like these stock reviews or just portfolio updates. However, you can see here I released 6 videos in 1 day, and this was just a bunch of Wealthsimple tutorials. So I'm not really counting these as videos because they're just 1 to 2 minute segments on how to do specific things on Wealthsimple. And I didn't expect them to do very well, but anyone who's interested, this is just to provide them some extra information. So I'm not counting these in my video views or video count, because the number of views they're getting is like 200 to 400 views over the lifetime or so. So I had 15 actual videos that I worked hard on, and it yielded me $520 in the month of June. And you can see that, when I got monetized May 27th. So June 1st, I published one. June 2nd, I published one. So I was going crazy at the beginning of June, just because I was super excited to be monetized and wanted to see how quickly I could grow. In the month of June, I gained 1,500 subscribers, which is probably the highest subscriber growth per month so far. As in the month of July, I only gained 1,200 subscribers. Yet you can see here, my revenue was $639.59 for the month of July. So I had a higher earnings in the month of July versus June. And this is because, my subscriber count has been growing. And as your subscriber count continues to grow, your videos are going to appear in front of more and more people. And that's why I'm able to grow my revenue, even though my subscriber count isn't growing as quickly. If we look at the number of views, I have 60,000 views in the month of July versus the month of June. I had 60,000, which is an interesting thing now that I noticed that. And I'll let you guys know why I had higher revenue in July versus June, even though the views were the same. And I think the reason why I had a higher revenue in the month of July is because if we go to the revenue tab, we can see that my playback-based CPM is $19.15 in the month of July. And if we go to June, it's going to be lower. Yep, $16.63. And then we have this new metric that YouTube came out with, which is RPM, which is revenue per meal. So this is the actual revenue that I earn per 1,000 views, and this is the total revenue generated by my videos per 1,000 views. And for those of you who don't know, YouTube takes a cut of this CPM revenue. They take 45% and they leave me with 55%. So basically that's why there's these two different metrics here. So this is what I actually earn per 1,000 views. So if we jump back to the month of July, you can see here my videos were a lot more spaced out. However, my RPM was higher. And I think it's because I'm releasing higher quality content. And as well, more people are clicking on my videos that are worth more to YouTube. Also, I think the videos I did on Wealthsimple probably hindered or detracted from my RPM because they weren't very, those videos weren't done to a very high quality. So those views definitely got a lower CPM. I think just this month I also did a lot more stock related videos versus last month had a bit more personal finance. And especially I had a bunch of videos talking about, 4 stocks to buy or 2 stocks to buy in the month of July, as well as I released my August video on 3 stocks to buy at the last day of July. So this definitely helped boost my views and also my CPM. One other thing to note for you guys, my Shopify videos, let me find it right here. My Shopify videos actually have the best CPM. And I think it's because Shopify ranks really well in Google CPM because, a lot of the people who do tutorials on Shopify, they actually get CPMs in around $30 to $40 per 1,000 views. So the fact that I'm talking about Shopify here, I think signals to Google that they should be releasing ads that are, related to Shopify content. And those ads do really well in terms of how much Shopify or other e-commerce platforms need to pay to get an ad in front of a viewer. Because as a viewer who is going to be purchasing these e-commerce software platform services, they're a high valued customer because it's a recurring revenue stream. So basically, if you sign up for Shopify, you're paying anywhere from $30 to $200 per month. Versus if a health product company or like a makeup company sells you a product, you're just buying that one product from them. You're not stuck to their makeup services unless you really love it. But for the Shopify platform, if you're successful, you're going to stick with them. And as a customer, you're valued maybe at $5,000 to $100,000 versus a makeup customer's lifetime value is maybe around $100 to $200 because they can switch easily. So that's why my Shopify videos do really well in terms of CPM. However, you can see in the month of July here my top earning videos. So the Shopify video didn't get that many views, maybe 1,700. However, my 4 stocks to buy in July 2020, I think is roughly around 9,000 views right now. So I earned $75 from that. I did a video on 6 Canadian stocks for beginners. And I think this video is actually a very good video because this is an evergreen video. It won't go out of style in the next 12 to 24 months versus this video on 4 Canadian stocks to buy in July. I'm sure its views have dropped dramatically because no longer is it July 2020. Its lifetime was only good for the month of July. There's 15 Canadian growth stocks. This video did quite well too at $62.73. And I think I released that video in the month of June. So that one's still doing well in the month of July. And then you can see my 9 stocks I bought. That was somewhere in the month of July, which I did. So you can see this was a July 2020 video. So this video won't continue doing well in the month of August and beyond, I think. And then lastly, we have my WealthSimple trade video, which is probably my best video so far because this video is also evergreen and it can stay active for the next 12 to 24 months, even the next 5 years, as long as WealthSimple trade is a thing. So this video I actually made before I got monetized, I think in the month of March or so. And honestly, I wasn't thinking too much when I made it, and I didn't think it'd blow up, but it's been trending quite well for my channel. I get around 100 to 200 views per day, and it's probably going to make me about $40 per month, just like it did in the month of July. So if you guys are interested in watching my monthly updates on my YouTube revenue, definitely subscribe because I'll be coming out with another video in September talking about my month of August revenue. If you guys are interested in any of the other tabs, I'll be going into those right now. Otherwise, you can drop off right now. So you can see my reach here. My impressions was 705,000 impressions for the month of July. But if we jump over to the month of June, my impressions was 701,000 impressions. So roughly the same. But the thing is, you got to remember, I had more impressions in the month of June because I had more videos. And you can see whenever I release a video, usually there's a spike in impressions just because new content's coming out. And obviously when there's 4 in a row, it really depends on what kind of video I'm releasing. So I released a Shopify video, which probably got more impressions, versus my Nikola video, which didn't do that well, so the impressions were down that day. And then this video is, it didn't do super well either, so that's why impressions were kind of flat. But then my top 10 stocks on WealthSimple, I think this video was more intriguing to people, and Google knew this or YouTube knew this, so they pushed this video a bit more. But you can see that my impressions kind of dwindled at the end of June, and that's probably because I wasn't releasing content as frequently as I was in earlier June. But if we go over the last 90 days, actually, you can see my impressions and how it's been trending. So as I did more videos in this period here, you can see my impressions were growing steadily. However, it petered off. It has been kind of, flat around the 15 to 30K impressions. But if we go over to my views, you can see how my views have trended. So you can see on my views tab how my views have been trending. You can see that I had a huge spike in average views when I was releasing a lot of videos per week. However, in the end of June, I started to slow down my upload schedule, and you can see my views actually dropped down to like 800 per day. However, those days that I'm not releasing videos now, my average views have been growing to around roughly 1,500. Right now in early August, I actually released like one video per week right now, so I'm surprised that I'm still getting around 1,500 views for days that I'm not releasing videos. If we go over to engagement, you can see that my watch time has been, kind of in line with my views as well. The average view duration, though, has been increasing, which is a good trend to see. Because if you can keep your viewers in for longer, then YouTube is going to favor your videos, because ultimately YouTube's goal is to keep viewers on their platform. Lastly, the audience tab, you can see my unique viewers has also been following my view trend. My subscriber count has been fairly average in terms of no significant growth or also decline. It's also dependent on how much content I'm releasing. And again, you can see this little spurt of videos that I released in June, how my subscriber count grew pretty quickly there. I gained, on this best day, just under 90 subscribers, 84 subscribers in one day. And that was my best day so far. So yeah, that about ends it for the July income report on my YouTube income. If you guys enjoyed this, please smash that like button, as well as click the subscribe and the notification bell for future videos on stock analysis, on YouTube income, and anything else related with personal finance. Leave any comments down below if you have any. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. I'd really like to know what you guys want to see in my YouTube income reports, so please leave me a comment down below. Anyways, keep up the grind and have a great day.